I'm James Messer from ProfessorMesser.com, and I recently created a video on 5 reasons why your resume keeps getting rejected. In the process of creating that video, I found that there were other reasons that you might run into, so I created this follow-up video of 5 more reasons why your resume keeps getting rejected. Your resume represents you. The person reading your resume has never met you before, so this is your one opportunity to make that first impression. Recruiters are also looking to perfectly fit a person into a particular job role, and every job is a little bit different. So you want to make sure that your resume is a perfect fit for what they might be looking for. You're not going to get a second chance for this particular job opening. Some of the things I'm going to tell you today are quick fixes, and sometimes a little bit of work goes a very long way at getting your resume in front of the right people. If you're looking for the first 5 reasons of how your resume might be getting rejected, you can check my link at professormesser.com.link/first5. Rejection number 6, your resume is too long. If you're submitting your resume for an entry-level position, then that resume should probably be a single page in length. One of the things you commonly hear about recruiters and HR professionals is they look at your resume for about 10 seconds, they make a decision on whether this resume is a keep or a reject, and then they go to the next one. So during that 10-second time frame, you need to make sure that they can see everything they need to know about you. And if you can fit that on a single page, then you're going to be much better off during that decision-making process. If you've been in your industry for a while and you have a number of jobs and experiences that you'd like to have on your resume, then perhaps 2 pages does make more sense. And if you're someone with that level of knowledge, then you can certainly extend it out to 2 pages. You don't want to go into that 3rd page, though. Nobody's going to be able to read enough information to be able to make it all the way to that 3rd page, and it simply adds more information that probably isn't the most important about you getting this particular job. Of course, you should have physical versions of your resume available when you go in for an interview. And although we all like to save paper, you also want to consider perhaps only printing on one side of the resume. I would always use the back side of the resume to make notes whenever I was interviewing with someone, so it makes sense to have that back page to be blank. You also don't want to have the interviewer flipping the page over constantly while they're trying to figure out your particular skills and experience. Rejection number 7 is that you did not detail your work experience timeframes. During that 10-second summary of your resume, an HR recruiter wants to be able to see how much time you've spent at a particular job. If you're only putting down the years when you were in a particular role, then that person won't be able to make an easy determination of exactly how much experience you happen to have. You want to put down both months and years. You'd be surprised how many people don't put down the months. You want to be sure to spell out that you worked from July of 2010 through February of 2017, for example. If you really wanted to make it easier for the HR recruiter or the hiring manager, add the exact duration for each position. For example, put July 2010 through February 27, and then in parentheses put that this was 6 years and 8 months. They'll be able to see immediately exactly how long you stayed in that particular role. The hiring managers and recruiters are also looking for gaps that might appear between these job roles. So if there are gaps, make sure that you're ready to talk about those if you get to the interview process. Here's an example of extending out those months and years and putting the intervals on a resume. So here is a posting for experience as a senior systems engineer from February 2017 to present, which would be 3 years and 7 months. The next job is another systems engineer position from July 2010 to February 2017, and I put in parentheses 6 years and 8 months. And March 2008 to July 2010 is 2 years and 5 months. You can see how easy it is to see exactly when you were in a particular role because the months and the years are listed. The recruiter or the hiring manager is also going to be happy because they can see very quickly exactly how much time that happened to be. Rejection number 8 is that you didn't describe your accomplishments. One thing I commonly saw on the resumes that came across my desk is that someone would provide a simple explanation of what their normal job roles were in a position. Most of the time, we could already tell what a particular job entailed. What we wanted to see were the accomplishments that you had that were in a particular job. One way that you can highlight these is to put them in bullets on your resume. Anytime you're using a bullet should be an opportunity to brag about something you did. For example, you may want to have a bullet that says that you had a 25% month-over-month revenue increase, or that you decreased customer wait time by 200%. Put in a percentage or a dollar value to show the extent of this particular accomplishment. Let's see how we can take a resume and turn it into something that talks about our accomplishments. Here is a section under the professional experience that says systems engineer, the network company. Here's the time frame. Responsibilities include pre- and post-sales customer support in the state territory, creation of product demonstration scripts and processes, and development of SE-specific demonstration software environment. Well, that simply says what the normal job roles were. Let's now modify this description and add the accomplishments. So we'll change the description to responsibilities include pre- and post-sales customer support in the state territory. And then we're going to use some bullets. We exceeded quota for 12 consecutive quarters. We created standardized demonstration processes and improved evaluation requests by 50%. We developed an SE-specific demonstration software environment, decreasing overall evaluation time by 25%. And we were named 2017 Quarter 1 Systems Engineer of the Quarter. Some of these could be shortened and moved around. For example, the SE of the quarter sounds like something that should be higher up in our list, and we should be able to shorten this line so it fits on a single line instead of spanning across two separate lines. So if we make that change, we can see that now we have a very different resume that is instead talking about what we can bring to a particular role rather than simply describing the things that we did every day. Rejection number 9 is you didn't include a cover letter. The cover letter is an opportunity. It's an opportunity to tell the hiring company how interested you are in this particular role, and it's also another opportunity to make a good impression. You also want to be sure that you're not sending in the same cover letter with every single job. You want to customize this and make sure it is perfect for this particular job posting. A good style for a cover letter is a T cover letter. It's one that allows you to take the information the employer might be looking for and then describe how you perfectly fit that particular requirement. Here's an example of a T cover letter. We call this a T cover letter because you'll see that the letter T kind of fits right here in the middle. For my cover letter, I kept exactly the same header as my resume and simply added the company information directly underneath. Mine says, "Dear hiring manager, during my search for new career opportunities, I was excited to find your job posting for a senior systems engineer at Best Company. I had a recent conversation at a local Microsoft user group meeting with Rob Roberts from your IT team and found that my skills might be a good fit for your requirements." So already in this cover letter, I'm showing a connection between myself and the company that I'm submitting this to. Now let's go through the T part of this cover letter. On the left side are the requirements for this job that I pulled directly from the job posting. On the right side are the qualifications that I feel match these particular requirements. For example, the company's job posting states that they would like to see experience in building, troubleshooting, or modifying switch configurations. And then I can put that my matching qualifications are that I have a Cisco CCNA certified, over 7 years of switch and router management. There's a perfect match there, and someone reading through this cover letter can start to see where those particular requirements might line up. Rejection number 10, you didn't tell the truth. After you go through thousands of resumes, after a while, you can start to see where certain things might not quite add up in someone's past experience or the things that they're saying about their particular job role. Those inconsistencies can cause a recruiter or a hiring manager to immediately reject your resume. You want to be sure that you are not overstating what your skills happen to be. Once you get into an interview room, you're going to have to justify what's on that resume, so you want to be sure it is an accurate representation of exactly what you happen to know. You don't want to get into the room with the hiring manager and have to say the information that's on your resume is not quite as accurate as it should be. Not only does this reject you during the interview process, but if you happen to get the job and then someone goes back and finds an inconsistency on your resume, very often that's grounds for dismissal. Hopefully that's given you 5 other pitfalls that you can avoid on your resume. Be sure to check out the first 5. The link is professormesser.link/first5. Thanks for watching and best of luck with your job hunt.